Hi, I'm Gina Narcissi, and today I'm catching up with Senior Editor Orion Johnson on CRN In Depth, where we cover a big story happening now with the reporter who covered the news. Big leadership changes were announced last week at ConnectWise, with a new CEO coming in to lead the Tampa-based software maker, and outgoing CEO Jason Magee stepping down to work as an executive advisor. ConnectWise makes business management tools for MSPs, including remote monitoring and management, professional services automation, and backup and disaster recovery software that solution providers use to run their business. Orion, what do we know about the new CEO, Manny Rivelo?
Hi, Jeannie. Yeah, he's somebody who's coming from outside the MSP space, but he's been in enterprise, he's been at Cisco, he's been in networking, so he's familiar with the channel. He says, "Look, I've been in businesses for 30 years." He goes, "They've always had channel programs. I know about the end customer. I know the pain of the MSP. So I think, this is somebody who is coming from outside, but seems to be expressing a lot of confidence in his ability to lead the organization. He's also somebody who's coming kind of from an operational background, where he's really interested, it seems like, in executing on some of the goals that ConnectWise has had for a while, and maybe lighting a fire under some of these projects. That's the impression I get anyway.
Yeah, and so ConnectWise has a suite of IT service management tools used by 45,000 MSPs around the world. So
Great.
Big partner base there for sure. What are they saying about the change?
The partners really, it's funny, I think with the enterprise customers, people talk, there's long sales cycles. There is sort of I don't want to say cookie cutter, but there is an expectation there, a common expectation among a lot of their customers. I think with the MSP community, you have 45,000 people who have 45,000 different needs, and what his job is going to be really to come in there and listen to those people. And he says he wants to. MSPs are saying, we want a better product. We want the manage, which is kind of, this is the tool that the MSPs who are ConnectWise MSPs, this is a tool that they use to run and solve all of their customers' problems. It comes through manage, their techs work in manage, they keep all the documentation in manage, so they're going through, this is a product they live in, their whole organization is built on manage. Some of them have been using it for 15 years, and they've built multiple businesses, each time adopting manage to build those businesses. So these are people that are not just intimately familiar with the product, these are people that are loyal customers who've been loyal in some cases for decades. So they say we need a better product. We're hoping to get this new ASIO platform off the ground. This has been the long-awaited software platform that's going to unify everything. And of course, when technologists like the MSPs that are ConnectWise customers hear that any technology is going to unify a platform, I think a lot of them get very suspicious because they've heard it so many times over the years. So they're cautious. I'd say they're cautiously optimistic is probably the best way to put it, I think, at this stage.
Yeah, makes sense. And since ConnectWise is owned by private equity, do we have any indication, what their priority is going to be?
Yeah, they've been talking a lot about ConnectWise, its security business, and in 2020, ConnectWise bought a company called Perch. Perch is it's an open-based software, but it's kind of got this really cool human layer that's wrapped around it. ConnectWise has really managed to leverage that into a growth engine that has each year. Over the last 3 years, you have growth in high double digits. So you have 23% growth in 21, you have 34% growth in 22, you have 41% growth in 23. So those are numbers that any software company says, hey, this is great. It looks like Thoma Bravo wants to really push that. And if you look at Manny Rivelo's background, so he comes from a security background. Thoma Bravo sees that this demand in the market for their security products, and I think he's hinting strongly that they're going to have some sort of opportunity for partners revealed at IT Nation here in November around security, and I think maybe going to market in security. So there's going to be some opportunities there for partners with that. That being said, that's not really what partners are looking for. What we hear from the MSPs is we want a kind of a better mousetrap. We want the product to be better. Security's nice. It's great to have that option to sell our customers, but what we really like to see is more operational put into the operational tools.
Yeah, and with security top of mind for so many partners these days, it will be really interesting to see where the new leadership takes the company.
No, for sure. And I think, Manny said, look, I've done the dance with private equity before. And this is something that vendor CEOs in the space say is like, look, you can have a really good CEO, but if they're only going to listen to private equity, that doesn't do the MSP partner, the solution provider, any good. On the other hand, if you only listen to the solution provider, then you're probably not going to get the return on investment that private equity wants. And so there's this dance that the CEO has to do. And I asked Manny, I said, how are you going to do that dance? And he goes, I've been doing it for 7 years. I feel very comfortable that I'll be able to kind of meet all these competing goals and deliver for both the return on investment that private equity wants and for the MSP partner, giving them better tools. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch, I think.
Wonderful. And with their show coming up, I know we'll continue to cover the news. To read more about this news, head to crn.com. And thanks so much for joining me, Orion.
Thanks, Gene. Appreciate it.